Well, there we have it. We have brought our flock of chickens from 12 or 13, I'd have to count, sorry about that, to 15 more. So we've got either 27 or 28 chickens now. And some of these may be roosters. We're kind of hoping for that. So that way we can add to the flock when needed. We'll be able to put some of our eggs into an incubator, or maybe there will be a broody hen, and we'll have a little bit more birds more often. You may recognize their home. This is the bin that I built for the wood pellets in our basement pellet stove. And now all of the pellets are in various totes for the rest of the winter time. And the chickens are in there for the time being. We had at least 2 of the 15 that came from Tractor Supply. Let's see, that one right there that's standing up, that one was one of the 2 that had a plugged vent, and so that one's warming up under the light, drying off.
I got a sleeping little chickie. You're so cute.
Looks like it's going to be okay, but you know, when chicks get wet, they get cold, and there's really not a whole lot that can warm them up. So we kept it close to the light, kept it close to us, kept drying it off and kind of fluffing the feathers, but it seems to be doing better now. It is the 5th of March, 2023. They've got to be only just a couple days old. But they're doing okay. They're active, they're scratching, they're finding food, they're finding water. They're not all huddled under the light, but they're not trying to run away from it either. So for now, that's the perfect temperature. The cage here, I just kind of screwed together some 2x4s and screwed that fencing to it. My main concern is not them being able to jump 4 feet high. It's the fact that we've got 2 cats that may see these birds as a snack instead of a friend. You can see their little feeders are elevated on 2-inch square tubing. They are high enough off the ground that hopefully they'll stay a little bit cleaner a little bit longer, but they're not too tall that the birds can't get to their food and water source. So I think that's pretty perfect. I'll probably end up just keeping them elevated to their head height, and that might be something that we implement in the big chicken coop as well. This chair is serving 2 purposes. It's a good mount for that light, and it's also a good way for them to get some shade if they decide that that's what they need. So I figured instead of just hanging the light from this wire, which I may end up bringing it above the wire, it's hard to say right now, but for now I will just keep that chair in there. It's also helpful if we need to get into their food and water or clean out their litter, that we'll be able to get in as well. Now, last year we had Project Cheaps. These ones were not a quarter a piece. They were $4 a piece. And, you know, that might be a little bit much, but for the returns that we should be able to get out of these things, it's still worth it. When we have our eggs, we'll know where they came from. We'll know the food they ate. We'll know how they were taken care of. and cared for. And there's just something fun about watching a dumb chicken run across the yard. Right there, that bird right there, you can see that one might need to be washed as well. We'll keep an eye on her or him. I think that one's a her. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on that one and see if we got to do any grooming. But they are pretty delicate right now, so. Dumb chickens. See? One runs, they all chase. We don't know what we're chasing. We're just chasing. We're going to get to where we get, and we just stop. That's the way it is all over our yard all the time. Anyway, the water is pretty harsh on them right now. They get cold very easily. It's hard for them to warm up and recover, so we're just going to keep an eye on them and see if we got to do any more grooming when the time comes. Thanks for watching, y'all.